Hey everyone, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez, coming at you today with a VeVe OMI update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I love you all. Everyone say, where's Dashie? Dashie is protecting the house in New York. Commenting, liking, and subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon and smashing that super thanks button down below, super chats as well. Let us go into the we'll start with OMI. We got a bit to go over today. So OMI is up about 5.3% on the day to 000658. We were actually well above 0007. We're at like 000717. So pretty much almost 712. Why did that happen? Chavez, weren't we like close to like the 555s the other day? We've been close. We've been kind of flirting with the 0005s, even going there a couple of times over the past week or so. Why do we go over today? Well, there's a couple reasons. I'll go over the rest of the market first. Be advised, OMI is actually outperforming like 98% of the rest of the market. If you go over to the last 24 hours and look at the rest of the market, there is scrolling. Okay, you have Core, which is number 54 on the top 100 list. And then you have Bonk, which is number 77 on the top 100 list. And that's it. So OMI is outperforming 98 out of 100 cryptos over the last 24 hours. It's not like everything's going crazy down. Like Solana's down about 1%. Most of the top 10 is just pretty flat, though. The exception of Doge, down about 2%, Toncoin down 1%. But again, it's really kind of a mixed bag. If things are down, nothing's really down more than like 1 or 2%. Like I'm scrolling a while. Number 44, Maker is down 4%, a couple things down like that. But for the most part, it is pretty flat, both down and upward. So it's not it's kind of a nothing day for the market. But why is OMI going up? Well, there's a couple of reasons here. I guess, remember back in the day when Marvel was announced and we doubled in like a day? Or same thing when Disney was announced and we doubled in like a day? We've had quite a bit of those. One recent thing, and that's the thumbnail of this photo, where David goes and retweets Stacker, and he says, "Until we meet again." And he uses a GIF, or he uses a screenshot of Skeletor from He-Man, like Masters of the Universe, where he says, "We've created a new account system on the Stacker platform. Stay tuned. There is more to come. This is just the beginning." Funny. I always used to use the hashtag just the beginning. Anyway, that has nothing to do with this. So a lot of people are speculating, guys, He-Man confirmed, Masters of the Universe, first appearance He-Man, let's go. I don't think that's what it means. How am I going to do this here? All right, let's go to Twitter. Let's do some investigating. So again, that's possibly one of the reasons why OMI has gone up a little bit. People are just suspecting a new license. Master of the Universe, along with Transformers in the 80s, was it. You had like My Little Pony for girls, and back in the day, My Little Pony in like the 80s was trash. I've seen it. It is not good at all. And I get it. Girls liked it back in the day because there was nothing left. The My Little Pony Friendship is Magic from the late 2000s and early 2010s is a million times better than that of the 80s. Anywho, let's go to what he actually went and retweeted. It was from Stacker. Stacker going and saying, "Hey everyone, we've created a new account on the Stacker platform. Please log in with any email. It doesn't have to be the VeVe account email, and connect with your VeVe account. Stay tuned. There is more to come. This is just the beginning." Oh, I love those. I love those things. So what does that mean? Why do we have to go and log in on our VeVe app on the Stacker platform? That seems a little sus. It's actually not. Dr. Prophet actually explains it a little bit over here. I'll go to his channel. Be advised, Dr. Prophet is going to be on the OMI Secret Rare Discord doing kind of an AMA, just doing a mentorship program on the 25th. That's going to be at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the OMI logo Secret Rare Discord. So in order to go and have that mentorship program, in order to go and have that, what's that called, for him, you are going to have to get that OMI Secret Rare logo. And be advised, about once per month, you're going to get a couple of big names, a couple of people that are super hyper successful in what they do. They'll talk about it. And that's specifically right now just for the OMI Secret Rare logo. There'll be some stuff like that at some point with the VeVe Secret Rare logo as well. Again, this is all just community driven. This has nothing to do with OMI. Like OMI didn't go and ask Dr. Prophet to do that. A lot of this is just Sanjay, Dr. Stuff, and myself trying to set this up. A lot of it headed by Sanjay. So Dr. Prophet retweets that saying, "Stay tuned for more." And he does answer a couple different questions on here. And again, I am still talking about OMI. I'm just using this as a gateway. So Greyhound Groot says, looks good. When I connect my VeVe wallet, what information is passed from VeVe to you guys over at Stacker? Is it any personal information? Dr. Prophet says the VeVe wallet is what's passed, and that's so we can connect your account properly and show the collection. We will prepare a more clear communication for this in the future. So be advised that you have a big what's that called? If anyone's ever asked for like your VeVe wallet, like link down below, I think if you wanted to go and tip me in layer 2 OMI, you can. That's from VeVe account to VeVe account. But what that address is really for is you can go on Etherscan or Mutascan. You could go and look at everything that I'm going on the blockchain. So that's pretty much why you're having to log in with the VeVe app. It's just so you can get that VeVe wallet, just so they can go and get that address, just so they can track what you have. And I'll show you right now what it is. Like, for example, let's say if you go to Stacker, and then on Stacker you go, all right, now of course it's not loading. I swear it was working 100% before. Oh, they're making me sign in again. Why do I have to sign in? All right, so this, yeah, I guess. Oh, all right. So once you go and do it, I had a buddy of mine do it before. You just have to log in with your email, and then there'll be a button up around here that'll say Connect VeVe Wallet. All you have to do is sign in, and then it says Thank you for connecting your VeVe account. Just go to the dashboard, and then it'll just show you what your portfolio is, how many collectibles you have, and how many comics you have, and then you just have to go up. And for me, this is what I like. Just go to, let's say, leaderboards. And it could be anyone that you want. It could be top VeVe collectibles. It could be down in the Star Wars. It could be down in the Golden Moments. My favorite is Marvel, just because I have a lot of Marvel stuff. And then you could see where you rank over in the top Marvel wallets. I currently rank 309. If you go to the sub 100, and you'll see a lot of familiar faces. Dr. Prophet's obviously one. Hey, who's number 2? It's me, Chavy Cat. You have some dude named Big Bad Buckeye over at number 3. He's actually tied with me. We're actually they just put me at number 2 for whatever reason. Not sure. Maybe just because I got there first. Then you have Mr. Rolex at number 4. So anyone that signs up for this, you'll get to see their VeVe name. And then you have Stephen Duarte at number 5. He's about to enter 100 sub 100 collectibles as well. Keeps going down. And is there anyone else you see in the top? You see Gruba Bog at number 14. He's got 64, so close to 69. So yeah, that's just kind of why it just makes it a lot easier. And there is a bunch of other reasons why you're going to want to connect to Stacker. And that'll be made clear next month. I can't really say anything right now, but there's a ton of reasons. One big one that you'll want to connect your VeVe to the Stacker app. Now let's get back to the OMI here and what David's mean until we meet again. David retweeting something with Stacker. What could that possibly mean? I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with something else. Just throwing that out there. Let's see what else we had over here. We have a ton of stuff to go over. Okay, I went over the Spider-Man stuff, went over this. I want to go over what was there this morning. Or was it yesterday? No, it was definitely this morning. It looks like that. Industry AI event. Yeah, so somebody over on actually I could probably go to this right now. And I could read you the tweet. I don't have it screenshotted, but I don't think it matters. There's somebody, granted that somebody is typically known for lying, but if we go over to the screenshot, you do see on base, the layer 1 standard bridge. If you go to on base from Arkham, hey, there's base, there's layer 1. It shows how much smart contract platforms, Glass, AAG, Spot, Epic, and then there's OMI right there, right below Epoch and right above RFKJ. I'm guessing that's just a meme coin for RFK Jr. And then you see a little liquidity pool there, and there's 212 million OMI. Not a bad amount. Now, obviously, someone can go and buy that, in an instant. What would that be? Let's say, I don't know. It's like 150,000, give or take. Because let's say 300,000 at 0006 would be about 500 million OMI. So this is really only about 150,000, give or take. Maybe even a little less than that. But it is still something that I think people have gone on and found. They're like, hey, I wonder what this is about. So that's another reason why I think, because we did have a little more volume today than normal. The volume, let's take a look at it. We haven't taken a look at that yet. If we go over to OMI, because the last couple of days, I don't think we've been above 500,000 the last week. So if you go over to the volume, we actually have 623,000, which is still stupid low. It's still crazy low for something that's a, with a fully diluted market cap of 200 million. Oh, sorry, I had a really good workout before. I had to go, gotta go get this protein. Yeah, I had a couple of big spikes. We did come back down from that though, just as because there hasn't been any real major announcements from VeVe or OMI, at least not as of right yet, but there might be in the future. I don't know. Moving on here. Let's go back to the beginning. All right, let's see. Been paying more. Yeah, they should have. Oh, somebody bought a sub 100 Superman yesterday from Lewis Morgan. Lewis Morgan's been selling a lot of sub 100 stuff. R Bear asked me about that. I was trying to find out. I don't know how much they had spent on that. Shout out to Truck and Hank for getting a OMI Secret Rare logo. That OMI Secret Rare logo. Let's see where we are. Let's go to the VeVe app and take a look. That was up to 1,800. It might be a little lower right now. Let's take a look on where it's at. Yeah, it's 1,790, so pretty much at 1,800. And again, it's a pretty thick floor. There's multiple in the 1,800s, multiple in the 1,900s. So one would have to buy 6 of them in order to get it up to 2,100. It's really only like $300-400 past this. So I don't think it's really worth it to sweep the floor on this just to move it a couple $100. It might be worth it to sweep the floor on the VeVe gold and silver logo, just because that one has been lowered to about $5,500. The most recent sale was $6,500, but be advised, the most recent sale that was $6,500 was because it was a sub 100 at like 78, and that one did not have any of the redemptions redeemed. So it's pretty much like $1,000 off. Plus, again, it was a sub 100. This one got by Mikey Mike is number 425, so not a sub 100. The mint is what it is, and I don't know if they had redeemed anything. This guy, Mikey Mike, also has a Secret Rare Spider-Man up for sale for about 4,400 as well. I'm not sure if he's going in and he's trying to get a miles or he's trying to just restructure here, but they don't have a huge account. There's like 20-something collectibles. They're ranked gold 4, so they might just be getting out. They might just be going in and getting OMI. I don't think I've seen this person at any events. So either way, they're like I said, it looks like they're out. And time is everyone's best discount. That's everyone's best coupon. The longer it stays out there, the more likely he's going to go and lower it and lower it and lower it. So it's possible that you can get this for like 5K. If in the next, whenever we get OMI to NFT, whenever that is, I would say at some point in June, if that's still there, I'm getting it. I'm telling you right now, like when we get OMI to NFT, if that is still there, I'm getting it. Likely in June. So, we'll see. Let's see what we got here. Because then if you sweep this floor, then it goes from $5,500 to $8,000. I think that's just eight. Yeah, it's just 8K. It's not like 8,099. So you'd have much more of an effect by sweeping that floor, just buying one as opposed to buying 6 of the other OMI Secret Rares. Anywho, let's move back on here. R Bear snagged a sub 100 Superman, not a bad price for $1,100. Shiv VeVe has a feeling that all 3 accounts that we had, a lot of big accounts, Bezojman, Jayco, and Bonespro, are the same person. I'll go and I'll tell you why. Because you look at Jayco and was it Jayco that he was saying? Hang on, let me confirm this before I go in. Yeah, Jayco. So I'll tell you why. Jayco and Bonespro were both on the top 500 VeVe hodlers list for being the people that bought the most. Jayco bought 236. Bonespro bought 1,710 collectibles this last week. So together they bought 1,946 of them. And then obviously when you go over to the top 100 and you take a look at Bezojman, Bezojman's number 1. He only bought 138 this past week. but he's still number one by a long shot, having 48,223 collectibles on the app. That is just absolute madness. There is something a little bit off about that guy in the best way. I mean, our bear looking like she's going to have to save up like 7 grand because she's shooting for a sub 100 Todd. Typically, and I think I mentioned this on her, excuse me, I think I mentioned this on her status. She had asked the other day, what are like the formulas for like a sub 100? And generally, if it's for a popular first appearance, like the Todd is, and he's a common, the sub 100s will be about 10x the floor of whatever the floor is. And if you're going for normally for a sub 50, you'd have to do like a doubling on top of that. But for the sub 50s on Todds, they're not as special just because you can get Todds down to like number 19 or 20, give or take. But let's take a look at the Todds right now, because whatever the floor is, you're likely going to have to pay at least 10x. So we take a look now, and he's at $615. So I would guess around $6,500. And actually, you can get one number 65 for $6,900. Everyone comment nice down below with the 69. Actually, the Mad Lad put it up for 6,969 and 69 cents. Oh, that's actually Zepp Allen. I know him. I feel like Will Ferrell in what's the name of that movie? Elf. Where it's like, Santa, I know him. Oh, you got a deal in the works. Oh my God. All right, listen, I will get to the comments. You caught my eye there, Arbear. I got to get through this. There's still quite a bit of news to go through. Now, where was I? Press start to play. Dude, wouldn't that be wild if Bezojman, J-Co, and Bonespro were the same person? Remember a couple of years ago when Snoop Dogg had announced on Twitter, by the way, I'm this guy. He was the one that was buying a whole bunch of NFTs, had like a bunch of land in Sandbox and stuff like that. That'd be wild. That'd be a crazy plot twist. That'd be like a plot twist if we got Breaking Bad, but from Hank's version, and then suddenly, the greatest chemist, Heisenberg is my brother-in-law. That would have been insane. Okay, we have a major announcement here from Superstar Money, Turtle Golf, and Matt Cat 4, or Squid Cat, as we know and love him, saying, major giveaway announcement. We are so happy to announce we have once again partnered with Turtle Golf and Mike Cat 4, or Squid Cat, of the Golden Dragon Club to assist in giving away a 7-night stay at Disney's Old Key West Resort in Orlando, Florida. I've actually stayed there once. There's this one thing, I think it's called Vetstix or Vetcations or something like that. It's where veterans or active duty people can go, and they can get pretty cool discounted vacation. I did that with my friend Kim once. Puppy Chow, love her. We went over in 2016 to one of these spots. It was at the same exact spot. So the check-in date for this would be August 9th of 2024, and the check-out date would be August 16th of 2024. Now, be advised, you're just getting the hotel, like you're just getting the room. The winner is responsible for any and all additional costs with stay, including travel expenses, room charges, like if you go in and you have room service or you order any dirty movies, that is going to fall to you. Resort fees and any other incidental charges as well. Like if you break stuff, it happens. I remember this one time in Vegas. No, I cannot go over that story. It was great. But anyway, the estimated value on currently nightly rate for the entire week would be $7,000 just because it's right in Orlando, Florida. That is right next to Disney. So you're going to, oh my God. So the way to enter is you're going to have entrances must opt in to participate in the giveaway. 10 entries if you own one or more Starboys. That's verified in Superstar Money's Discord. Not 100% what that is, but go to their Discord, and I'm pretty sure you'll learn very easily. Excuse me. 20 entries if you own one or more Scott Tolson's Gold Dragons on VeVe, verified by MyCat. So the easiest way to go and do that, I'll show y'all right now which one it is, because there are a couple of Gold Dragons, and I don't want you to get all confused or buying the wrong Gold Dragon. So you go to Scott Tolson. You could just put in Scott, or you could just look at the Imperial Lotus Dragon. It's not that one. That's just the normal colored one. There's a jade colored one. There's a red colored one. It's not opening for me right now. And the Gold Dragon is that one. That's the one with the little thing next to it, but it's all gold. And I think it's like, oh my God, it's $480 right now. Jesus. tap dancing. Christ, like there's y'all. I mean, I understand there's a lot that this dragon has to offer, but y'all realize there's like 798 of those, right? Or damn, this is almost $500. I should sell. No, I'm not going to sell. Um, that is heckin' wild. Anyway, it's that one. So that one gets you 20 entries, which is really cool. I only have one of those. There are a couple people that have multiple. Be advised, if you get one, you get you get OMI in your account every single month, as you have that. Sorry, there's a couple other things I'm looking at here. Anyway, you have 40 entries total if you own both and you verify both. Again, if you have a Starboy from Superstar Money Discord, and 20. So if you have both of those, instead of getting 30, you'll get 40. You'll have 50 entries for sweeping the Gold Dragon floor by purchasing either number 417, or actually it doesn't matter because that was already purchased. That's already done, because they're talking about gems that were 370, 375, and it's obviously it's already $480. So I don't think they'll give you more entries if you sweep the floor again. I mean, they might. I don't know. Ask them. But yeah, that's heckin' wild. Oh my God. One entry per 5,000 OMI sent to the VeVe burn wallet. So here's if you have a ton of OMI. Let's say you have an extra 5 million OMI, you'd be looking to burn. So 5,000 gets you 1. 50,000 gets you 10. 500,000 OMI. You're looking at about, what is that? $350 worth, give or take, gets you 100 entries in here. So $350 worth of OMI, again, 500,000, half a million worth, gets you 100 entries into that. Probably, I mean, short term, probably worth it. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, so inquire to Superstar Money or OMI Daily Burn prior to completing that option. Don't do that just yet. Go and talk to them first. This is the only way to verify your wallet. Layer 1, Layer 2 OMI are both acceptable, so you could do either or. It's first of its kind OMI Burn utility. I should make its own video for this. That's heckin' insane. You might see a bit of OMI Burn. Other than that, we have a buddy of mine that, I don't know what he needed the gem. I don't know what he sold to get this, but he happened to get the 321 Aston Martin, No Time to Die, paid $929 for it. The number 321 is just an epic number. And then we also have, I cut off his name. I cut off his name accidentally, but it said blessed to have acquired a sub 50 first appearance Iron Man, and then a con exclusive Iron Man as well. Both number 49, saying I'm a huge fan of Iron Man, and now I can lock this away in the vault. Hashtag VeVe Digital Collectibles. Can't show that. Just thinking about what I. Sorry, it's a meme. It's a great meme. I saved so many of these memes. They are working on a Thor 5. Can't wait for that. They are moving away from Taika Waititi because Thor 4 did so poorly. Like, nobody really liked that movie. That being said, I've seen it twice. The first time, shed a little tear at the end. The second time, I was like, oh, man, I have to watch this again. Watching with friends, I wanted to see it. And then I was fully expecting me to just be like, ugh, the whole movie, but shed a little tear at the end. Again, it's like, damn. So as not good as that movie was, and don't get me wrong, it had some cool parts. Yeah, it got me, bro. It got me. Anyway, that'll be really cool. So any of Thor's stuff is likely to go up just a little bit, just because when they make that official announcement. I'm gonna go there. Connect that stuff. Okay, yep, the David stuff. Shout out to Noldor Alive that got the number 420 Aventadore SVJ Roadster today. So be advised, as of the most recent calculations that I've done, which is about 30 minutes ago, VeVe grossed 111,000 on the drop. Now I know they needed about 323,000, give or take, in order to go in and sell out, which I wasn't expecting them to sell out. But yeah, getting 111,000 anytime you gross 6 figures within 12 hours, it's pretty nice. They actually did it in like 7 hours, but you know what I mean. Pretty nice when they do that. Where else was I? All right, here we go. There was a couple of snipes that I should have gotten, I just didn't. The ultra rare number like 45 was there for like 139. I was like, oh, I should get it. I should get it. And I didn't get it. I should have got it. I was just trying to be like, oh, I gotta save for Marvel Mighties when they come out. Who knows when they come out? They didn't go and tell us today that maybe they'll tell if they don't tell us that we're getting it. If we don't get it on the 28th, the Marvel Mighties, we might actually have to wait until June in order to get that, which means we might have to wait until July before we get all of those Venomized Mighties. So, and you're likely going to want to have another set of Marvel Mighties for Deadpool because that does come out in July as well. That'll be Deadpool 3. That comes out on the 25th. A bunch of us are going to fly to San Diego in order to go and see that, just to go and use that. We're not flying there just for the movie. We're flying there obviously for San Diego Comic-Con, for the VeVe logo parties and all that. And then we're going on that Thursday night on the 25th. That night I confirmed with David that the VeVe party, whatever that is going to be a different night. Sanjay's logo party is going to be a different night as well. So we're going to have a crazy bunch of nights here. If you can spread the, yep. Yep. All right, moving on. Use a service. Oh, hang on one sec. Use a service. Nothing to worry about. Okay, so for another reason, to not really be worried about Stacker or whatever is that the previous method when logging in was not 100% fail-safe. They needed 100% assurance so that Stacker user owns a specific VeVe account, or not that they assurance that the Stacker user owns a specific VeVe account. They just didn't have that 100% assurance in the last version, so that's why they're asking you to go sign up for it. Again, super safe. Seems like David's endorsing it. And then also more to come. None of this has already been mentioned. Soon be sending out. Okay. We are going to get new VeVeverse users soon. I don't know when. It was in the Master Collectors group over in the Discord. Last I heard, they were just all waiting to hear back from the Master Collector Discord channel on who has access. Once the list is ready, they'll start giving it out to other people, or at least to everyone that signed up for it anyway. When that goes out, I don't know. I'll keep you guys posted on when it does go out, just so you guys know, hey, there's more users that are getting beta access, which will be cool. Mike Ledwell says, sharing my most recent pickups on the VeVe app. Let's go. So he picked up a rare Akomi logo, picked up a Black Suit Spider-Man, a Spidey. I don't know if this is the common or the ultra rare. The Zombie Hunter Spider-Man, the Wolverine, and then Spider-Gwen there as well. And then also a little TIE Fighter, which is really cool. That is our VeVe, what's that called? Community manager. Looking at that. All right, so I'm going to go not off the rails, just off topic a little bit. Jeremiah Aoyang posted a poll the other day saying, how likely do you believe that the government will help society navigate the risk from AI? Education, reskilling, UBI, regulation, etc. UBI stands for Universal Basic Income. And then why? The choices were very confident, unconfident, or very unconfident. I was not able to vote. I was a little too late in this, but I said, government is pretty bad at helping with anything, much less a new technology. Most of our government is boomers, just that are boomers that are tech illiterate. No chance they're able to help with AI. If anything, they'll make it worse. Jeremiah Aoyang said, I was at an industry AI event, and one of the California government leaders came. She had paper printouts of what her aide had done with ChatGPT-3. She literally had not even used the app. Everyone in the room groaned. Government just sucks sometimes. Can we just not have like can we just get like a bunch of like 40 to 50-year-olds that instead of like these people that are just ancient. Anyway, all right, went over that. Oh, yep, went over that. Tool, Discover. People will be very happy with Stacker. Like I said, likely next month. That's all I can say. I feel like Dee talking to Dexter. That's all you can say. That's all you can say. Comment down below if you get that reference. It's from a pretty famous episode, like one of most the famous episodes of Dexter's Lab. Yep, I went over the data profit thing. Okay, not discover. Okay, for real. All right, so I've been getting I've been getting some like questions, be like, "Hey, Alex has been posting a lot of, and been reposting a lot of other stuff that has nothing to do with VeVe. Do you think that we're going to get partnerships?" No, I don't think VeVe is going to get partnerships with Wifcoin or Mammoth AI or anything else that does not seem to be apparent at VeVe. Be advised, this is Alex's personal account. He can post whatever he wants on this account. Um, if you were to accidentally post from the VeVe account, that'd be one thing. That'd be a big no-no. But again, it's his personal account. I wouldn't really read too much into what he's posting, just because again, he's allowed to have fun. He's allowed to have a life outside of VeVe and allowed to just do his own thing. So just throwing that out there. Standoff chart has 97 Wolverines now. Actually, that was from this morning. He might actually have more as of right now. The dude's a heckin' legend. So let's go to Wolverine on Stacker and let's take a look at what he's got. Yep, he did it. He's got 100. The Mad Lad has 100 Wolverines. My heckin' goodness. That is like 11,000 doll hairs worth of Wolverines that the man has, and 24H Pilot, whatever his name is, 24 Pilots has 86 Wolverines. So that gap is widening. I think Standoff Chart is done now. I don't think he's going to get any more, but who knows? That's oh my god. I've been talking for about 31. Oh, I talked about all right, the race car stuff, right? Okay. Okay, I'll mention this. So people have been talking recently about, hey, why so many cars if we're not going to have like a racetrack, a racing game? A couple of people have mentioned that a year or two ago, Dan had mentioned a racetrack. Dan had mentioned a racing game. Dan had mentioned, a couple of different things that involve that. Be advised, there are, how should I put this? There are rumors and news and little snippets. Back in 2021, you could just ask David and Dan on Telegram, "Hey, what's going on? What's happening? What are y'all trying to do?" And they would tell you, like back in 2021, like I don't know how much I could say on this, but be advised that racing is one of the first things that they were looking to do for VeVeverse. Now, obviously, the only thing that they have currently that they've announced is Ron English's Delusion bill. But there were, again, if there's any type of gamification, what there will be, obviously, but racing is going to be likely be one of the first, just because it's super easy. Like you don't really need to do much with it. All you have to do is rotate the wheels, and the car can stay pretty stationary. I don't know how much gravity or physics is really going to go into it, but yeah, there's likely going to be some sort of racetrack in the VeVeverse at some point. Again, Ron English's Delusionville is the only one we have right now. The racetrack, like I'm not going to say that like, yo, they're going to partner with like Mario Kart for the racetrack. Like it could be anything. It could be Cruisin' Exotica. It could just be a creation of VeVe's own thing. It could be a partnership with, I mean, we have all of these things. We have DeLoreans, we have Ecto Ones, we have, we still haven't gotten that Batmobile, which hopefully we'll get at some point. But there's obviously we have Lambos now, a bunch of Lambos. We have the Aston Martin. So there's a ton of things that we have, and likely more that we'll get. Fast and Furious stuff. We have all of GM. We have a bunch of different things that we haven't gotten yet. Is it going to be, if it's gamification, can we bet? Can we wager? Well, we had gamification with Feesh's, and yeah, you could bet, you could wager. Are you going to be able to do that in the VeVeverse, in a VeVeverse sanctioned game? Probably not. I don't know if you would need a gambling license for that. And if they were to even apply for a gambling license, there's probably going to be a couple of licenses that just would not be happy with that. Like, for example, back in the day, there were a couple of Star Wars slot machines. And the slot machines, like, once they got bought out, I think by Disney, they would no longer go and repair those slot machines. Like they would no longer issue any slot machines having to do with Star Wars. Once they went and said, you know what, this machine's broken, it remained broken like forever. Forever. Comment down below if you get that reference. Yeah, so I don't know how much that you could do on an VeVe verse sanctioned game. You could probably build something yourself, like Brock did with the Feeshes. You might be able to do something like that. Yeah, I just don't know how you would do any type of gambling. That the only thing I could think of, like for example, back in the day, let me see if I could find a message like this. I don't think I can. Familiar car, yep. Yeah, so basically what happens in Japan, gambling in Japan is illegal, but slots are a huge thing. They kind of do what they do in Young Sheldon. You buy tokens with real cash, and then you win tokens which you can exchange for prizes at separate stores. It's kind of what they do in Pokemon as well. Like for example, you can go in and pay your real Poké Dollars for these coins in generations 1 and 2. You can go and gamble for those coins, and then you could go next door to exchange them for prizes. You can get different TMs, or you could actually get different Pokemon as well. So there's just a couple of things that you could do. They just base that. That's pretty much just how they do it over there. Pokemon base it off that. They're basing it off this. So it's just kind of like in Zoe 101 when Logan was using Chase bucks to campaign for Chase for president, and so he's like, "You can't give out money." He's like, "You're right. You can't give out money, and we're not giving out money. We're giving out Chase bucks, which is not legal tender, but is redeemable at any school store." So it's just kind of like if VeVe were to do something like that, that's something that they might be able to do and get away with. Anyway, I've been talking for way too long. There is other stuff to go over, but I'll save it for a video or something else. Let's get to the comments. Bill Gardner saying, "Let's go. Let's go." Woo. I'm about saying, "What's the fitness update? You back in the gym? Like fitness whole protein shake in my mouth?" I mean, I got a little workout room over there. I did 209 pull-ups yesterday in 40 minutes. I was ecstatic about that. Today was a much less exciting workout. I did a bunch of shoulder exercises. So be advised when you're like when you're boxing, typically to work out like your shoulders, do a lot like you take 5-pound weights, like do this for 30 seconds, you do this for 30 seconds, you you do front raises for 30 seconds, and then you do that twice. You do it for a full 3 minutes. That's one round. And you're really only supposed to do that with like 5-pound weights. You can mix it up too. You can just throw punches for 30 seconds. You can go and just hold it out, like, stationary for 30 seconds or hold it out this way. You can just mix up whatever you want to do that full 3 minutes. And you do that multiple times. I was able to do 3 rounds of that the other day with 12 pounds. I was only able to do 2 rounds today with 12 pounds. And then at the end, I just did 100 lat raises again with 12 pounds. And then I just did some tricep extensions. I did 200 sit-ups today. So I've been trying to do a little bit more ab workouts just to try to get the tummy a little, because later in the year, when I am in that sparring session with Josh Emmett and he hits me, you want to have a good, and because if you don't, you're just going to die. He's just going to damage whatever part of the body he hits. So it just kind of depends against that. Oh, so it just says Comey is going to do very well. Oh, don't I know it? Yeah, extremely well. Sean Hanschel. When are you going to permanently move to the Buckeyes? This is a great place. They have great people here. They're pretty awesome. It has rained most days that I've been here the last couple weeks. And Ohio in the winter gets very cold. It's awesome. It's just very, like, if I'm going to move somewhere, I don't want to move somewhere where it's going to be just as cold as it was in New York, if not colder. I would like to move a little bit further south, maybe Florida, maybe Arizona. There's a bunch of people that want me to move to Arizona, and maybe I'll see. But I'll keep you posted. Will VeVe make a device for portable storage viewing of our collectibles offline with geofence drop capabilities that are below comic shop? That sounds like a lot for them to do for not a ton of payoff for them. So probably not. If a third party goes and does that and VeVe just adopts them or has some type of agreement with them, that's a more like now them going and using a bunch of their engineers, a bunch of time and a bunch of money to make a whole new device just for viewing the collectible is not really any money. just for viewing offline, and then that drop capability is a little it's just too much time and effort for really not a big return at all, even though it would be really awesome. So if somebody else does that already, so that, hey, they pull a Stewart from Mad TV, look what I can do, and then they show them what they can do, they might go and say like, hey, we'll buy that from you. This way they don't have to waste the manpower, whatever. They could just spend X amount of dollars for that. But again, somebody could do that, and you could just be like, that's cool, but nah, you know. Yeah, I mean, I visit all the time, but yeah, I'm not, yeah, that's such a big to move. I don't know. I'll see. I'd understand. Whoa, 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 whoa. This is Eddie. Oh God, why am I thinking? I know Ed says Eddie, but I'm trying to think. Oh, my fantasy come. No, I can't do it. Planet Vampire says I had problems logging into Stacker just now, but after deleting my Stacker cookies in Chrome desktop, it worked after trying again. Oh, very good, very good. Spin Dungeon saying, Randy, so funny. You are a bit sad about Mando not first appearance on VeVe. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I want. Well, I mean, it's not going to matter. The first appearance on VeVe, like even though it won't be the first appearance on the blockchain, it will be a first appearance on VeVe. That's the one that's going to be like, the most blown up. That's going to get the most value. But just the fact that they're dropping it on Cryptoys, that Cryptoys Mandalorian will always have a little bit of value. Same thing with the Leia, same thing with the Darth Maul and the Yoda. It's always going to have at least some type of value just because it was the first on the blockchain. Does that mean it's going to be worth thousands of dollars? No, but maybe. It'll be worth something. It's not like it's going to go to zero and it's just like, oh yeah, these things are worth pennies now. No, it'll always be worth a decent dollar amount just because it is that first on the blockchain, and there'll always be people that'll go and do that. But I just, Team VeVe, I want it to drop first on VeVe. Again, just my opinion. Hey, bro, checking in from Mountain View, California. What's up, Jason Pena? How's it going? Thank you so much for being a member. And, just, yeah, chilling here, doing my thing. Speaking of Arizona, got a text from an Arizona buddy. Cool, 20 minutes. I arrive likely on this day. Saturday. Oh God. This day. I am so. My thumbs are so fat. Sometimes I just, I mistype. And then hoping to be. Oh, Coolio. Loved it. All right, well, so OMI is my homie was a fun show. I'll be going live at OMI is my homie again on Wednesday. We'll have the Around the Okomiverse tomorrow, and then on Wednesday I'll be there on the OMI is my homie. So tomorrow is going to be 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Wednesday is going to be Wednesday 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll actually go in and put all of this in Komiverse just so I know not to make any other plans. Even though I have other stuff on those days. Okay, OMI, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, very good, very good. Arbear says, hey, Randy, shooting for sub 100 tars. Let's get the bread. And if you said you already have a deal worked out with that person, even better, just because being able to get that, if you can get that for 6K, that'd be nice. You can get it for under 6K, it'd be even nicer. Because it was like number 65. Yeah, it's a good one. Good one. Moving on. Doge Nation says, who farted? What's up, Doge Nation? How's it going? 69 viewers. Everyone comment nice down below for 69. Glad to see you got a deal in the works. 69. Nice. Jason Payne is Old Key West Resort is legit. Can confirm. Been doing that 100%. Vet Ticks. It was that. Yeah. Isis guys, you're right. I don't know if you can get that at. No. Vet Ticks is something different. That's for sporting events and other stuff. There was something else that I did in 2016 with Wolfgang, and I don't remember what it was called. But VetTix is a thing. It's just something else. What happened in Vegas, Randy? What was okay? So this is This I'm gonna get canceled. No, some tiles got damaged. That's all I could say. And so did my knees. Oh, that sounded so wrong. So did parts of my body. Like there was just, uh, yeah, that's all I could say. Long time ago. Bill Gara says, "Got the purple on the drop. Very nice." I do like that green. I wanted to get part of the green. I gotta say for those Marvel Mighties, and even if we don't get the Marvel Mighties next week, which again, if we don't get the Marvel Mighties next week, we likely won't get them until June. But even if that does happen that way, in May is Star Wars month, so be prepared for maybe a Leia, a Leia, a Yoda, a Grogu, Millennium Falcon, Han Solo, Chewie, droids. You know, droid Dakar. You could have a bunch of villains in there. You could have a Dooku. You could have Maul. There's a million different things. Well, maybe not that many, but there's a bunch of different characters that they can go and give us. Oh my god, hiccups. You could have Chrysanthemum. They're definitely going to give you Chewie before Chrysanthemum. Um, there's just a lot that they could do in the month of May, and I just don't know. Even if we're not getting Marvel Mighties next week, I would still save and not get the. For me, I wouldn't get the new Lambo just so I can go and get whatever Star Wars piece is coming out in in May, because there's likely going to be a couple. Moses, we need VeVeVerse. I'm bored. Starting to forget about the app from time to time. We'll get it at some point. Be advised, the VeVeVerse, they're just putting in more beta users probably in the next couple weeks. I really would not expect VeVeVerse for everyone until at least Q3, if not Q4. Well, Legends of Summer is here. I expect engagement and purchasing on app to come down without having something new to engage with. Um, No, no, the opposite should happen. It's just because when we have this bull run, when we have this crypto narrative change into that digital collectibles narrative, everything's going to go up. Everything's going to go crazy. Whenever that happens, we'll see. Energy, give me that peace sign. What up? First crap coin, but I love it. Well, it's I love it too. Jordan Reed's still live. Oh, I'm only about. Oh, Turtle Golf. I texted you. I texted you. Check your messages. Answer your DMs because people need to know. Yes, people need to know. Where was I? Yep, totally still live. Randy is up to no good again. Ha 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 ha. I mean, I'm doing a good job, I think, informing people of the goings on of the news and the apps and interpretation of things. What exchanges? What U.S. exchanges? Oh, me on. That is a no go. There's Uniswap that we have access to, and then Coinbase Wallet. That's it. Um, you'll see other things there in the future. You'll see other ways to go get OMI in the next. I'd say in the next 6 weeks, you'll have other ways to get OMI, and that does not mean the VeVe web app. Throwing that out there. I mean, you'll be able to buy on the VeVe web app at some point. I would guess that's like Q3, maybe longer. But in the next 6 weeks, before the end of Q2, you will go on and have another way to buy OMI somewhere else that US people can access. But right now, it's just Uniswap and Coinbase Wallet. Let me know if you know how to use either ones. If you don't, I'll show you. So it was a great episode. Thanks for the giveaway shout out. Super excited to get some OMI burning. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. 100%. Puddin' Cheek saying, let's get digital, digital, let's get, because you have Double Quill saying, happy Sunday, have a blog. Do you play the matching game? I don't know what this means. Matching game, all right. First heard of the term phygital a few years ago while listening to VeVe interviews. A large number of us cringed. Phygital? That sounds terrible. What a horrible word combo. Most of us spend at least a week trying to come up with all sorts of better sounding suggestions to replace it with. The truth of the matter is, I can't remember if any of those suggestions now were any good. Much to our chagrin, the term stuck and is fully integrated into the culture now, whether we like the word or not. Regardless of the name, while both VeVe and other companies were planning and plotting and pairing physical things with digital things, the fact of the matter is, we had already been doing it. As I understand it, it started from the very beginning. I know when I came in 2021, people were already showing their black and whites next to their digital counterparts and having Batman number 423 and their Todd boxes in the background when they made VeVe YouTube channels. Many of those channels didn't survive. Either they gave up, moved on to something else, or were captured and assimilated by the company. Anyway, I really don't have the budget to go out and match my digital collectibles with their counterparts. And for those of you trying to match those Lambos, more power to you. It's a lot. Oh, maybe I should do that. Oh, dude, if we get Cybertruck, it is on. I've been trying to match comics from the very beginning, leading to awkward moments in the comic book stores I've already talked about in earlier blogs. Most of them, granted, are reprints rather than the real thing or wall prints. Just what I needed, more incentive to go to the comic book store. Not only that, more incentive to go on Wednesdays before certain things run out. Do you know how busy my Wednesdays are? Geez, thanks a lot, as if I didn't have enough to do without having to scramble for Spider-Boy or X-Men 97 or any of the other comics that won't be there if I wait until it's a better me. Mail order? No thanks. It's just not the same as going into a comic store because you never know what else is going to catch your eye and you never know what they're going to drop something on the shelf. Somehow that made it all the more assuming when all those tweets and videos came out with comic book stores raging on how VeVe Comics would take business away from them. I'm sorry, what? I didn't step foot in a comic book store for 20 years before VeVe, and now my store knows me well enough to know which comic books to recommend. We won't even get into the fact that my Brony t-shirts need to share space with all the Marvel stuff that's been coming into my wardrobe, including my Spider-Man hoodie and my Amazing Spider-Man 252 shirt. Dude's a Brony. Awesome. There are fans coming in from all over, fans who came back from nostalgia, fans who are buying their first comic books they've ever purchased in their entire life, and most of them are doing it because they want to match a comic they love in digital form with a real one. True, not everyone has the privilege of having a regular comic stores around or have to drive an hour or more to get one. My God. If they have access at all, they never collected comics before because they weren't available or were very hard to get. And I'm sure quite a few web comic stores have seen an uptick from unexpected places because someone wants to match their comic to a physical one. Digital? Yeah, it's not the best of words, and it can mean many things. But one thing I do think it means is that buying physical comics isn't going anywhere anytime soon. Well, that was nice, Double Quill. That was a nice little thing there. Let me go and like that and give that a couple hearts. Meow, meow, meow. All right, moving on. Where was I? Wanted more details about VeVe. I mean, it's something happened in the room. Tiles got damaged. That's all I can say. Talking about the Vegas trouble. Yeah. Major U.S. banks lays off $7,000 or 7,000 employees, including in New York State. Send me a link to that. Banks are going through this. All right, so let me read y'all something that I posted on Facebook in 20. Oh God. Yeah, this actually came up in my posts. Oh, hold on. I gotta. All right. Thank you. 310. Okay. He has. Let me go to WhatsApp. Let him know he has mint number 310. Okay. Just let him know. Okay. So this is something that just came up in my memories in Facebook a couple days ago. From April 18th, 2020, about 4 years ago, I see big banks that only see people's bank statements once a month, restricting their lending standards. I also see Venmo from PayPal and Cash App from Square, companies that see every transaction, giving cash advances and working capital loans, payroll services, etc. I see them being the poor man's working class bank. I think that eventually banks will only cater to the rich, and Square and PayPal will service everyone else. I see my friends that are business owners, drug dealers, sex workers, all of which can't get loans as banks or at banks, use these two companies for their transactions. These are multi-billion-dollar businesses not using big banks and instead using third parties because they have to. And these two companies are making billions because of it. I personally invested in Square, and I'm not just blowing smoke. This is what I believe. That was on April of 2020. Let me move on to July of 2020. Another reason to invest in Square over PayPal, eBay is slowly phasing out PayPal. By the end of the year, the revenue that PayPal receives from eBay will quickly diminish as Square's Cash App users surpasses PayPal's Venmo's users. In conjunction with PayPal about to lose a whole bunch of revenue over the next 6 months, I'm more confident than ever that I made the right choice. Reminder, I refuse to make money by betting against other companies, so I won't short them, but I think Square is better in almost every way. Going on to August of 2020. I've said before that Square serves the underserved. Their Cash App will slowly take over the banking industry, and I like Square better than PayPal. Square's earning reports came out a day early, and holy hell, are they killing it. Big banks do not care about the poor. They don't even let people have bank accounts if they don't have enough money to keep in there. Square, on the other hand, they will give you an account and routing number. They will give you loans, not based on credit, but based on your revenue. They allow you to buy Bitcoin, fractional shares of stocks, and have less fees than PayPal when transferring money from one country to the next. I won't bet against PayPal, but I put my money in Square because I believe they are a better company with a better CEO. Cheers if you bought Square earlier this year like I did. Again, went from August all the way through April. Banks in general are, again, like I said before, they will only cater to the rich eventually. They almost already do. Square and PayPal are serving the underserved. How did that play out? I don't know which is better now, Square or PayPal. But Square and PayPal are doing all right. Banks ain't doing so hot. Let's see what else we got here. May 29th of 2021. Not being able to move large amounts of money with wires for 3 days at a time, holiday weekend, is why banks won't last and are being disrupted by the likes of Square and PayPal. Square's Cash App and PayPal's Venmo can transfer funds instantly 24/7. They also let you buy crypto. Cash App has had this for over a year already. Bitcoin ETFs won't even be approved for, well, obviously, took years. In short, I would never buy stock in any bank, but I would totally buy Square and PayPal. Again, I was talking about that in 2020, 2021. Banks, I'm not a fan. Doge Nation says, I farted so loud, pretty sure neighbor next door can hear that one. Oh, that's awesome. Greg Dog says, can you swap ETH for OMI on MetaMask? You can. You can. You can. Thought it would be very cool. Chatting, think it would be very cool if a few of you did a how should VeVe get. We can probably go over that tomorrow. People asking me your thoughts on how VeVe should get more users on the app. I'll use that. I'll answer that question with a. Is it in my highlights? Oh no, a lot of frustration in the market. I promise you, the dawn is coming. The more people start seeing the company profit, number one in space. No, that's not it. FUD could go lower. VeVe app. Oh God! All right, it's not on my highlights. More users. Okay, I have an idea. Billion. Should be in the billion follower range. Clothing, real correct. With OMI, yeah, I know. Sorry about that. Give me a flow. Yeah, 1.5 billion a day. Why is this my replies? Finance, nope. Familiar with algorithm, nope. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Maybe I should do this at another point, at another time. Yeah, this is going way back. Nope. I'm sorry, guys. I just want to get this one thing before I lose where it's at. Billion tokens. This is frozen. This is that. Business, billion, 300. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. To use. All right, I'll do that later. Just sent you the link. All right, thanks, Omar. Where'd you send that? All right, from WRRV.com. No idea who they are. Major U.S. banks lays off 7,000, including many from New York State. Nearly 1,000 New Yorkers looking for a new job. On Friday, April 12th, Citigroup confirmed layoffs as its reorganization continues. That's Citi. Citi CFO Mark Mason confirmed the company either laid off or sent layoff notifications to 7,000 employees. Layoffs will be spread out over time. We'll say the average salary for the 7,000 laid off is $214,000. Damn. So is that the average? Yeah. That's big oof. They laying off some big people over there. And ain't no tellers they're laying off. Citi originally planned to lay off 5,000 jobs, but that number increased to 7,000 when the layoffs were officially announced. Goal is to reduce staff by 20,000 by the year 2026. Jane Fraser says layoffs are due to a process of organizational simplification. They are probably just cutting a decent amount of fat. It is fine. According to New York State Worker Adjustment and Training, Citigroup Technologies, Citigroup Global Markets, and Citi Shares will lay off a combined 430 employees. Economic as the reason for the layoffs. Yeah, they're not doing so hot. 300 Citi employees. I wonder what the stock in Citi is right now. Let's take a look, shall we? Is it just C? Oh, that's Citi. Oh no, it's just C for Citigroup. Okay. They're at $59. Seems like a lot. What's their market cap? Market cap for them is 112 billion. That is a lot. And they've been as low as 40 and as high as 80 over the last 5 years. But let's go to all and see where they were at back in the day. They were at 30. When I was seeing 09, they were at, I could have sworn they were a lot lower than that at some point. Anyway, I don't think I would invest in them. There's just not a ton of room for growth there. I know. Yeah, so let me go and try to find the OMI 300 billion. I'm surprised it's not in my highlights. I don't know, how do they get more users? Let me go in and look at Mr. Beast here, because I know I mentioned him in a couple of posts. Yeah, that's so strange. I know I've talked about Mr. Beast I've mentioned him in a couple of posts, but it seems like there's no record of me posting that. I know I've talked about his chocolate bars. And it's not showing. This is strange. Are they going and is Twitter censoring my stuff? I don't know. Anyway, guys, that'll be it for me today. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say, we miss you, Dashi. I love you all. Bye, guys. Meow, 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 meow. Oh my God. All right, end stream. Yeah.